This was something that I just needed to talk about for a bit. It just shows you how scummy Disney is. I don't like Disney, right? The only reason why I have Disney Plus is because that's legitimately the only way I could see Malcolm in the Middle, one of my favorite shows of all time. That's the only reason why I have Disney Plus. Besides that, I don't enjoy any of the Marvel shows. Never been a Disney kid myself. Disneyland, been there as a kid, overrated. Or maybe I just always been a grumpy kid, but long story short, I just never liked Disney. So like I said, Disney is quite disgusting, and this is example 5697. So this tweet absolutely went viral, and it said a doctor died at a Disney Springs restaurant from an allergic reaction after being assured the meal was allergen free. The widower then sued. Disney is now trying to dismiss the suit, arguing he agreed to arbitrate all disputes when signing up for Disney Plus free trial years ago. That's right, guys. If you guys signed up for Disney Plus even for a month and you die at one of their restaurants, well, you can't sue them. It's on you, silly. Side note, I will be dropping a video on how much I hate streaming services, 15 million impressions, and people are saying, I'm sorry your wife died, but you kind of signed up for an unrelated streaming service, so yeah, it's kind of on you for dying. The crazy part is that this will cost them more money and be way worse PR than if they simply just allowed the lawsuit to happen and paid. This is the scummiest, most BS way to weasel out of a wrongful death suit. Now, actually getting into the article, it's legitimately low-key a bit worse than I thought. I have two articles and I'll link them down below in case you guys want to check them out. So now we're getting into the details of that whole situation. Comment said it will be a lot easier just to be like, yeah, you know what, here's the money you're asking for. And the thing is, the people are not asking for that much, despite the fact that they killed a person. If that was me and they killed my mom or my sister, I will be asking for at least $5 million. Once we get into how much they're asking, it's ridiculous to me that Disney just doesn't want to pay them, because this is a PR disaster for them. After a doctor suffered a fatal allergic reaction at a Disney World restaurant, Disney is trying to get her widower's wrongful death lawsuit tossed by pointing out the fine print on a Disney Plus trial he signed up for years ago. If you guys signed up to Disney Plus ever, I highly encourage each and every single one of you guys to unsubscribe and delete your accounts, because if you die at one of their restaurants, it's on you. Jeffrey Piccolo is representing the state of his late wife, a doctor at New York's NYU, who died of an allergic reaction while visiting the Florida resort in October. The couple, along with Piccolo's mother, went to dinner on the night of October 5th at the Raglan Road Irish Pub, a restaurant located within a shopping and diner complex called Disney Springs. The person was highly allergic to dairy and nuts, and he chose that particular restaurant in part because of its promises about accommodating patrons with food allergies. The complaint details that the family's repeated conversations with their waiter about the person's allergies. The family allegedly raised the issue up front, inquired about the safety of specific menu items, had the server confirm with the chef that they could be made allergen free, and asked for confirmation several more times after that. So this was in a situation where, you know, the person who died forgot to alert the people that they were allergic to dairy and nuts. The way I picture this in my head is like, yo, you know, I want this, but can you guys, I can't eat dairy, I can't eat nuts. Can you guys do something about that? And they said it over and over and over again out of fear, because they don't want to fucking die at Disney Resort. Like, if you ask me who's to blame here, it's the waiter and the chef. And if anything, it's low-key more the waiter, because the waiter is supposed to tell the kitchen, yo, this person has an allergy, or this person wants extra jalapenos, or this person wants extra fucking ketchup on their fries, or whatever. It's just a tragic situation and something that could have been completely avoided with communication. Was Agent 47 working at that restaurant? When the waiter returned with Tang Suan's food, some of the items did not have allergen-free flags in them. Once again questioned the waiter, who once again guaranteed the food being delivered to her was gluten-free, the lawsuit reads. I used to think, back when I was a little kid, okay, so don't bully me too much, but I used to think people with allergies were like weird, because I was like, how can you not eat nuts? Because I'm not allergic to anything. How can you be allergic to fucking nuts, dude? Like, just eat them. Once again, I was a kid, okay? I was pretty stupid. But as I got older and I met people who were allergic to peanuts, for example, I love nuts, all right? Pause. Not that way. I love peanuts, okay? I love peanut butter. salted nuts, sweet nuts, any type of nut, I'll take it. But when I was around people that couldn't have them, and they tell you stuff like, yeah, this shit could get serious, you gotta be careful, especially when you're working in the food industry. Like, this should be enough to shut that place down, because then who in their right minds would ever trust this restaurant again? They say the three of them ate and then went their separate ways. Piccolo bought Piccolo. How the fuck do you pronounce his name? Okay, that is not how you pronounce it. After about 45 minutes, Tang's Woods, and I quote, began having severe difficulty breathing and collapsed to the floor, end quote. She self-administered an EpiPen. Someone called 911, they took her to the hospital, and then she unfortunately and tragically died. The medical examiner's investigation determined that the reason why she died was a result of due to elevated levels of dairy and nuts in her system, according to the lawsuit. He is seeking more than $50,000 in damages and trial by jury on all issues, so triable. $50K, in my opinion, isn't enough. Like I said, I will be suing in the millions, especially when it's Disney, like a multi-billion-dollar corporation, if not a trillion-dollar corporation. Like, you guys are telling me you fucking douchebags couldn't pay out $50K? $50K is nothing. Disney makes $50K in half a second. It's ridiculous to me how greedy this shitty company is. And here's where Disney gets involved. Disney says that the case should be handled out of court because Piccolo created a streaming account. This sounds like something straight out of fucking South Park. In late May, Disney's lawyers filed a motion asking the circuit court to order Piccolo to arbitrate the case with them and a neutral third party in private as opposed to publicly in court. The reason it says Piccolo must be compelled to arbitrate, now in case you guys don't know, arbitration is a procedure in which dispute is submitted by agreement of the parties to one or more arbitrators who make a binding decision on the dispute. So that's what they want the guy to do. A clause in the terms and conditions he signed off when he created a Disney Plus account for a month-long trial in 2019. You greedy fucks, just give them the $50K. It's nothing to you guys, and it makes you guys look not as bad. Those terms of use, which users must acknowledge to create an account, state that any dispute between you and us being Disney, except for small claims, is subject to a class action waiver and must be resolved by individual binding arbitration. This is ridiculous. This is so dumb. It legitimately pisses me off. And then Piccolo's lawyers say Disney claims are outrageously unreasonable. Insane to me that Disney's allowed to do this. In my opinion, it's something that could have been fixed and taken care of, and it would have just paid out the $50K the state was looking for. Once again, in my opinion, $50K is nothing for them essentially killing your wife. In my opinion, they should just pay up. Not am I a lawyer? No. Do I know everything? Of course not. I'm just reading a fucking article. I'm a YouTuber, okay? Just want to even though it's obvious, but extremely common Disney L. A restaurant there killed someone and you don't want to pay up, and you're using the excuse, oh, they made an account with us like a few years ago, dude, so she can't sue us. Bro, what? I'm gonna head out now. Subscribe if you want, like, or dislike if you don't like. I'm gonna head out. All right, peace out.